Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to speak on a powerful and transformative truth. God is always at work, often preparing to surprise us in ways we could never imagine. In life, we face seasons of waiting, trials, and sometimes confusion. We wonder when the breakthrough will come, or how long it will take for the answers to our prayers to manifest. But let me tell you, this God works in ways that defy human understanding. There are signs, subtle yet undeniable, that God is about to surprise you in ways that will change your life forever. So I want you to pay attention, not just to your circumstances, but to the quiet whispers of His guidance, the signs that tell you a shift is coming. First, you will start to see unexpected opportunities. Doors will open that you never thought possible. They may look different from what you had envisioned, but they are exactly what you need to move forward. Perhaps a new job opportunity, a partnership, or an invitation you weren't expecting. It might not make sense at first, but trust that it's God's hand moving in your life. Secondly, you will notice a change in direction. It might feel uncomfortable, even unsettling. You were heading down one path and suddenly everything changes. This is not a setback, it is God redirecting you to something greater. Don't be afraid of change. It is often the divine preparation for your next season. Thirdly, unusual favor will begin to find you. People will come alongside you in ways that defy explanation. They will open doors for you, advocate for you, and support you in ways that seem out of the ordinary. This favor is not random, it's a sign that God is preparing to bless you. As you continue in this journey, you may begin to experience increased dreams and visions. These are not mere coincidences, they are the seeds of God's revelation. He is showing you glimpses of what is to come, planting within you the vision of the future He is preparing. At the same time, there might be a sense of restlessness within you. It's as if something deep inside is stirring. You feel discomfort where you once felt peace. This is not to be feared but embraced, because it's often a sign that you are on the brink of something new and extraordinary. In the midst of these changes, new relationships will form. God has a way of connecting us with people who will help unlock our potential. These divine connections are not coincidental. They are part of the plan that God is unfolding before you. And then there will be breakthroughs that come suddenly. What once seemed impossible now seems inevitable. A shift happens that transforms your circumstances in a way that only God could orchestrate. Despite all of the changes happening around you, you will begin to feel a deep sense of peace. It's a peace that passes all understanding. It's God's assurance that He is in control and that His plan is unfolding perfectly, even when you can't see the entire picture. As you wait, you may feel an impatience to move forward. That's not a rush or a mistake. It's God's timing stirring within you. The urgency you feel is a call to action. Don't sit still when God is moving you toward greatness. And finally, you will experience divine interruptions. Your routine will be shaken. Your life momentarily interrupted by events that lead you in a new direction. These disruptions are not accidents. They are divine appointments designed to set you on a new path. So as you stand at the crossroads of your life today, recognize the signs. God is about to surprise you. You may not know the exact shape or form of that surprise, but if you remain faithful, open, and willing, you will see His hand in all of it. He's preparing something extraordinary for you, far beyond what you can imagine. Trust in the process. Trust in the signs. And watch how God will move in your life in ways that only He can. Unexpected opportunities often come into our lives when we least expect them. They can appear in many forms, whether it's a new job offer, an invitation to join a project, or even a chance encounter with someone who sees potential in you that you may not have recognized in yourself. These opportunities may not always align with the plans you've made or the direction you thought your life was heading. But that's often where the magic lies. When these moments arrive, they have the potential to take us to places we never imagined. They might seem small at first, a mere change of circumstance or a new possibility on the horizon, but they hold the power to open doors to greater things. Sometimes it's the unplanned events, the ones that seem out of the blue, that lead us to the breakthroughs we've been praying for. It's easy to overlook these chances because they don't always fit into our carefully constructed expectations. But when you recognize the value in these unexpected opportunities, you start to see that they are often God's way of leading you towards something better, something greater than you could have planned for yourself. There's a certain beauty in being surprised by the doors that open without warning. You might have been waiting for something big, and instead you receive a quiet invitation or an offer that seems insignificant at first glance. But don't underestimate it. Often these small opportunities are the beginning of something much larger. They are part of the divine unfolding that leads to greater impact, influence, and success in ways you couldn't have predicted. The key is to remain open and ready to embrace these unexpected opportunities, even if they challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. When you do, you just might find that they are the exact surprises you needed to move forward in the purpose God has planned for you. Sometimes in life we find ourselves on a path that feels familiar and safe, but then out of nowhere, something shifts. You might begin to notice subtle changes in your desires, your passions, or the circumstances around you. It can feel like you're being pulled in a direction you never planned for. And this change might seem unsettling at first. It might even make you question whether you're on the right track. However, what may seem like an inconvenience or a detour could very well be a divine redirection. When God is about to surprise you, He often leads you into new territory that challenges you, stretches you, and helps you grow in ways that staying in your comfort zone never could. The change in direction could take many forms, perhaps a job opportunity in a completely different field, a move to a new city or country, or a shift in the people you're surrounded by. While it may feel uncomfortable or even a bit scary, this is often the moment when God is positioning you for something greater. What makes this change so powerful is that it disrupts the status quo. It forces you to step out in faith and trust that the new path will bring you closer to your purpose. It's easy to stay in familiar routines because they feel safe, but it's when we step into the unknown that we begin to experience the true growth and breakthrough that God has planned for us. Though we may not always understand the reasons behind the changes, we can be confident that God's direction is always leading us towards something far more fulfilling than we could have imagined. In these moments, it's important to embrace the discomfort rather than resist it. Trust that God's hand is guiding you even when you don't have all the answers. The change in direction is often the catalyst for the bigger blessings ahead. When you allow yourself to let go of the old and embrace the new, you position yourself to experience the surprises that God is preparing for you. It may feel challenging at times, but it's in these moments of transition that we grow the most and are made ready for the amazing things God has in store. Unusual favor is one of the most profound signs that God is about to surprise you in ways you never expected. It's the kind of favor that seems to come from places and people you would never have predicted. It's not just a casual kindness or a small blessing, but a level of support and grace that feels almost extraordinary. When God begins to pour out favor upon you, it doesn't always make sense by the world's standards, and that's what makes it so special. It is a sign of divine intervention, a gift from God that opens doors you didn't even know existed. This unusual favor often comes at just the right time when you need it most. You may find that someone offers you an opportunity, extends a hand of support, or speaks words of encouragement that you hadn't anticipated. It might be a person in a position of influence who takes an interest in your potential or offers you a chance that you thought was beyond your reach. This favor doesn't come with strings attached, nor does it require you to work tirelessly for it. Instead, it feels like a gift, something that comes to you not because you deserve it, but because God has decided it's time for you to receive it. Unusual favor often appears in ways that go beyond what you can explain. Maybe a financial breakthrough happens just when you need it. Or perhaps an obstacle that seemed insurmountable suddenly dissolves with little effort on your part. At times, it's favor in the form of relationships, new people entering your life who offer mentorship, partnership, or opportunities for growth. These relationships might have a profound impact, guiding you through challenges and opening up paths you didn't even see. What's important to recognize is that this favor is not earned through your own strength or ability. It's a divine act of grace that elevates you in ways that human effort alone cannot. It serves as a reminder that God's blessings are not always tied to our performance, but to His purpose for our lives. When you experience unusual favor, you are being positioned for something greater, something that goes beyond what you could have planned for yourself. When you receive such favor, don't take it for granted. Recognize it as a sign that God is actively working in your life. It's an invitation to step into a season of greater opportunities and growth, one that's being divinely orchestrated. Even when the favor comes unexpectedly or in unexpected forms, embrace it with gratitude and faith. God's favor is a clear signal that He's preparing you for something amazing and that your life is about to change in ways that you couldn't have imagined. When God is about to surprise you with something extraordinary, one of the clearest signs is the increase in dreams and visions. These aren't just fleeting thoughts or daydreams, they are vivid, powerful impressions that stir your spirit and awaken a deeper sense of purpose. Dreams and visions are often a way in which God communicates His plans for your life, guiding you toward your divine destiny and revealing glimpses of the future He is preparing for you. As your spiritual sensitivity increases, you may begin to experience dreams that feel more vivid, detailed, and impactful than ever before. These dreams are not random or meaningless. They are loaded with insight, direction, and clarity. They might contain symbols or messages that need interpretation, but they always point towards something significant, a breakthrough or shift that is about to take place. In these dreams, God might reveal your true purpose, the desires He has planted in your heart, or the steps you need to take in order to move forward. Visions, too, are a powerful tool that God uses to show you His plans. These can occur while you're awake or in a state of prayer, but they are often a visual representation of something God is preparing to do in your life. You may see yourself in a new role, in a new place, or achieving something you've never thought possible. These visions can feel so real that they stir an undeniable excitement within you. They carry the weight of divine intention, often sparking a sense of urgency to pursue the dreams and desires that God has placed on your heart. When these dreams and visions increase, it's important to pay attention. God is revealing pieces of the puzzle, helping you understand the path ahead. It may feel like you're receiving flashes of the future, moments of clarity that come unexpectedly but feel deeply significant. You might not fully understand everything in the moment, but know that these are not coincidences. They are divine downloads helping you navigate the seasons ahead. What's also significant is that increased dreams and visions often come at pivotal moments in your life during times of transition, uncertainty, or before major breakthroughs. As God begins to unveil His plans through these visions, He is preparing you for something greater. These dreams may challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, trust in His timing, and act in faith. But the power of these visions is that they give you a glimpse of the possibilities that lie ahead, encouraging you to believe in what God is capable of accomplishing in your life. Even if you don't fully understand the meaning or implications of these dreams and visions at first, trust that God is revealing what is needed at the right time. He is providing guidance, assurance, and insight to help you move forward with confidence. When God increases your dreams and visions, it's a clear sign that He's about to surprise you with something extraordinary, something bigger than you've imagined, and something that will require faith, obedience, and trust in His perfect plan. Embrace these glimpses of the future, for they are a direct invitation to align your life with His divine purpose and to prepare for the amazing surprises He has in store. Restlessness or discomfort is often an uncomfortable but powerful sign that God is preparing you for something extraordinary. It is not unusual to feel a sense of unease or dissatisfaction, especially when you're on the verge of a new season in your life. This restlessness is not simply about being dissatisfied with your current situation. It is a divine stirring within your spirit, signaling that change is coming and that God is positioning you for something greater. When God is about to surprise you, He will often allow a period of restlessness to arise. This is not a sign that you're off course or that something is wrong. Instead, it is an invitation to step into something new, something that requires a deeper level of trust and faith. The discomfort you feel is often a precursor to breakthrough. It's God's way of preparing you to embrace what's next. The feeling of being unsettled or unfulfilled may lead you to ask questions, challenge your current mindset, or seek greater purpose and direction. It may even cause you to step out of your comfort zone, and that's exactly what God wants. This discomfort might manifest in different ways. You may feel restless in your job, your relationships, or your spiritual life. You might be aware that there's more for you, but you can't quite pinpoint what that is. You might find yourself longing for something deeper, more fulfilling, and more meaningful than what your current circumstances can offer. This sense of discontent is not something to ignore. It is God's gentle nudge calling you to move toward what He has prepared for you. Restlessness can also show up when God is leading you into a season of growth or transition. You may have outgrown your current environment, your mindset, or your routine. The way you've done things until now no longer feels aligned with where God is taking you. While this shift can be disorienting, it is a sign of divine alignment. God is guiding you to new experiences, relationships, and opportunities that will take you to the next level in your personal, professional, and spiritual life. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also necessary for growth. The discomfort you feel during these times is like the growing pains of a plant that's pushing through the soil to reach the light. It might feel like a struggle, but it's ultimately what allows you to break free from what's been holding you back and step into the fullness of your purpose. Embrace the discomfort. Trust that God is in control and that He is using this moment to refine you, to stretch your faith, and to prepare you for the amazing surprises He has in store. This period of restlessness is also a time of opportunity. It's a moment when you are being stretched beyond your current capacity. You may not see the full picture yet, but God is revealing bits and pieces along the way. Even though you might feel uncertain or unsettled, know that these feelings are often a sign that you are on the brink of something significant. It's a time to get in tune with God's voice, to pray for clarity, and to trust that the discomfort you feel today is the preparation for a breakthrough tomorrow. If you're feeling restless, don't shy away from it. Lean into it. Allow it to drive you toward action, towards growth, and towards seeking the new thing God is calling you to. It is a sign that change is on the horizon. And the surprises God is preparing for you are closer than you think. Embrace the discomfort, for it's a sure indication that God is doing something powerful in your life. New relationships often emerge at pivotal moments in our lives, and they can be one of the most significant signs that God is about to surprise you. These relationships are not random, they are divinely orchestrated, placed in your life at exactly the right time to help you move forward in your purpose. When God is preparing to elevate you or lead you into a new season, He often connects you with the right people who can either encourage, challenge, or support you in ways you didn't anticipate. The relationships that God brings into your life are more than just casual acquaintances. They are meaningful connections that carry purpose and potential. These people may be mentors, advisors, partners, or friends who help open doors of opportunity, offer wisdom, or push you toward personal growth. They are divinely appointed people who bring something into your life that you may not have had on your own. They carry a unique gift or insight that complements your journey and helps you see things from a fresh perspective. These new relationships often appear when you least expect them. You might meet someone in an unexpected setting, a chance encounter at an event, a random conversation with a stranger, or even a connection made through a mutual acquaintance. At first, it may seem like a simple interaction, but God is at work behind the scenes, bringing this person into your life for a reason. They could be the key to unlocking opportunities you never thought possible, or provide the support you need to move past obstacles. It's important to recognize the timing of these relationships. Often, when God is about to surprise you, He aligns the right people with the right timing, just when you need them most. These relationships may come during a period of transition, when you're uncertain about the next step in your life. They may arrive just as you're stepping into a new role, a new season, or a new phase of personal growth. God knows exactly when you need guidance, encouragement, or even just the companionship of someone who believes in your potential. What makes these relationships so powerful is their ability to open doors you may have never considered. A mentor can provide insight and wisdom that helps you avoid common pitfalls. A partner can bring complementary skills or resources that propel your projects forward. A friend can provide emotional support and remind you of your worth when you're feeling discouraged. New relationships can also introduce you to networks and opportunities that you never would have had access to on your own. In addition to professional or practical support, these new relationships often have a deeper spiritual significance. When God sends people into your life, they aren't just meant to help you achieve goals, they are meant to help you grow as a person. These relationships are often vehicles for spiritual development, refining your character, expanding your understanding, and teaching you important life lessons. They may challenge your mindset, encourage you to step out in faith, or even bring you closer to God. The connections you make during these times can become sources of strength, wisdom, and accountability as you navigate new challenges and opportunities. New relationships also often help you overcome the sense of isolation or uncertainty that can come with big changes. When God is about to surprise you, He knows you may need the support and encouragement of others to face the challenges ahead. These relationships remind you that you are not alone on this journey. They can provide practical support during moments of difficulty and emotional encouragement during moments of doubt. It's important to approach these new relationships with openness and discernment. Not every new connection will be the right fit, but those that are divinely ordained will carry an unmistakable peace and purpose. You will feel a sense of alignment, as though God has brought you together for a reason. Trust that God knows exactly who you need to meet at each stage of your life. And when these new relationships form, recognize them as divine appointments. The new relationships that emerge in your life are often more than just coincidences. They are God's way of aligning people with your destiny, positioning you for greater success, personal growth, and spiritual fulfillment. When God is about to surprise you, watch closely for the people He is sending your way. These relationships hold the key to unlocking new opportunities, offering guidance and wisdom, and helping you step into the extraordinary future He has prepared for you. Embrace them with gratitude and trust in the divine timing of their arrival, for they are part of the amazing surprises God is orchestrating in your life. Sudden breakthroughs are one of the most powerful signs that God is about to surprise you. They come when you least expect them and often appear after a long period of waiting, struggle, or uncertainty. These breakthroughs are not just small successes or incremental progress. They are sudden, dramatic shifts that open up new possibilities, remove long-standing obstacles, and propel you into a new realm of opportunity. When God decides to bring a breakthrough into your life, it often feels like the floodgates have opened. What once seemed impossible is now within your reach, and everything falls into place in ways that seem almost miraculous. What makes a breakthrough so significant is its timing. Breakthroughs don't happen when you think they will, and they don't necessarily come when you feel you've earned them. Rather, they arrive when God knows you are ready to handle them, when you have grown, when you've been refined, and when you've been prepared to step into the new season that the breakthrough will usher in. Often, breakthroughs come after a period of hardship, doubt, or perseverance. You may have been working, praying, or believing for something for a long, long time, and yet it feels as though nothing is happening. Then, out of nowhere, God intervenes and everything changes in an instant. This sudden shift can happen in many areas of your life. It might be a breakthrough in your career, where an opportunity arises that you thought was out of reach. It could be in your finances, where a financial solution presents itself unexpectedly, or debts are cleared without warning. You might experience a breakthrough in your relationships, where a long-standing issue is resolved or a new connection opens up important doors. In your health, a sudden improvement might come after a long period of struggle, or a solution to a problem you've been battling for years might finally appear. Regardless of the area, these breakthroughs are always signs of God's favor and intervention. The beauty of a sudden breakthrough is that it doesn't just affect one aspect of your life, it often brings with it a domino effect. Once the breakthrough occurs, it creates a ripple effect that opens up multiple doors. For example, securing that one important job can lead to promotions, new opportunities, and even relationships that expand your influence. A financial breakthrough may not just remove immediate struggles, but position you for long-term success and stability. What seemed like an isolated problem often turns into a series of solutions, each one leading you to new heights. These breakthroughs, while sudden, don't come out of the blue. God is always working behind the scenes, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The waiting period, the moments of frustration, the challenges you face, these are all part of God's preparation for your breakthrough. He uses those times to strengthen you, refine your character, and increase your faith. When the breakthrough finally comes, it feels like a culmination of all your prayers, efforts, and trust in God's timing. And while it might be sudden, it is never random or unearned. It is the result of God's divine plan unfolding in perfect timing. It's important to recognize that breakthroughs are not only about receiving blessings. They often bring transformation, they change you. You may emerge from a breakthrough stronger, wiser, more confident, and more aware of God's hand in your life. The lessons learned through the waiting process often make the breakthrough even more meaningful because you have grown through it. These moments are a reminder that God is faithful and that, despite the struggles, He has always been working toward this moment of divine favor and provision. When a breakthrough comes into your life, don't be surprised if it doesn't immediately make sense. God's breakthroughs often require faith to step into them. They are often followed by new challenges, new responsibilities, and new opportunities for growth. The key is to embrace them with gratitude and trust that God is leading you into something greater. It's not just about the breakthrough itself, but about how God is using it to push you further into your purpose and destiny. A sudden breakthrough is a sign that God's timing is perfect. It may feel like it happened out of nowhere, but in truth, it was part of a divine plan that was being set into motion long before you realized it. This moment of breakthrough will serve as a testimony of God's goodness, a reminder that no matter how long the wait, God's surprises are worth it. It's a powerful declaration that even in the hardest times, God is always working on your behalf, preparing you for the moment when He opens the doors to your future. Embrace the breakthrough, for it's a sign that your season of waiting is over and a new, exciting season is beginning. A deep sense of peace is one of the most unmistakable signs that God is about to surprise you in powerful ways. It is the kind of peace that transcends understanding, a peace that fills your heart even in the midst of uncertainty, change, or challenge. When God is preparing something extraordinary for your life, He often provides a profound sense of calm and assurance, helping you to trust in His timing and plan. This peace doesn't come from the external circumstances around you, but from an internal knowing that God is in control and that everything is unfolding according to His will. This peace is not the absence of difficulties or problems. In fact, it may come at a time when the external world seems chaotic or when you're facing questions or challenges in your life. But despite the storm, you feel a sense of tranquility within your spirit. It's the peace that guards your heart and mind, even when the future seems uncertain. It's a quiet confidence that reassures you that even though things may not be exactly as you hoped or planned, God is still working behind the scenes to bring about something far greater. One of the powerful aspects of this peace is that it doesn't depend on the circumstances. It's not tied to success, comfort, or favorable conditions. Instead, it comes from a deep trust in God's presence, His promises, and His sovereignty. When God is about to surprise you, this peace allows you to rest, knowing that whatever unfolds next is part of His perfect plan. You may not have all the answers, but you have the assurance that God is in control and that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. This peace often comes after a season of struggle, waiting, or confusion. After praying, seeking, and trusting God for guidance, you may suddenly feel a calm assurance that everything will work out. It's a divine peace that surpasses your understanding, and it encourages you to keep moving forward, even when you don't see the whole picture. This peace is a reminder that God's presence is with you, guiding you through every step of your journey. Another remarkable aspect of this deep sense of peace is how it prepares you for the surprises that lie ahead. When God is about to bless you or bring a breakthrough into your life, His peace is like a soft whisper, reassuring you that what is coming is part of His good and perfect will. It prepares your heart and mind to receive the blessings He is about to release. This peace creates space for you to align your heart with God's purpose, allowing you to be in a position to fully embrace what He has in store. When this peace comes, it is a sign that God is in the process of shifting your focus from worry and anxiety to trust and faith. It is a divine invitation to rest in His love and to allow His presence to quiet your soul. This peace may not always make sense to others who are watching your life from the outside, especially if you're facing difficult situations. But to you, it is a divine assurance that God is working things out in ways that you cannot yet see. It's the kind of peace that anchors you in moments of uncertainty and empowers you to stay focused on God's promises. This peace also enables you to step into new opportunities with confidence. It helps you make decisions with clarity. Knowing that God is leading you, it quiets the noise of doubt, fear, and insecurity, allowing you to move forward with courage. When God is about to surprise you, this peace serves as a protective shield, guarding your heart from unnecessary stress and worry, and allowing you to walk in alignment with His will. A deep sense of peace helps you to embrace the changes and transitions that are part of God's plan for your life. Whether it's a change in direction, new relationships, or unexpected opportunities, God's peace will help you navigate these moments with grace. Even when the road ahead seems unclear, His peace assures you that you are not alone and that you are headed exactly where you need to go. In the midst of the surprises God is preparing for you, this deep sense of peace is a constant reminder that His presence is with you, guiding you every step of the way. It's a divine gift that allows you to rest in the knowledge that, regardless of what happens next, God is faithful, and He is working all things together for your good. When you experience this peace, it's a clear sign that God is positioning you for something amazing, and that you can trust Him to lead you into the future He has prepared for you. Impatience to move forward is a unique and often powerful sign that God is about to surprise you in significant ways. This feeling of impatience is not the same as frustration or anxiety, but rather a deep, stirring desire to take the next step, to see progress, and to experience change. It is the internal longing to move beyond your current circumstances and into a new season, even when the path ahead may not be entirely clear. This restlessness is often a sign that God is preparing you for something new, something bigger than you've anticipated, and that He's stirring your heart to get ready for what's coming. This impatience often comes when you sense that you are on the verge of a breakthrough or a significant shift in your life. You may feel like you've been in a holding pattern for too long, or that you've outgrown your current environment, job, relationship, or phase of life. There is an undeniable urge to step out, to move forward, to embrace change. This impatience can manifest in a variety of ways, perhaps a strong yearning for a new challenge, the feeling that your current situation no longer fulfills you, or an increasing dissatisfaction with the status quo. It may also come with a sense of urgency, as if time is of the essence and you can no longer afford to stay where you are. When this impatience arises, it is a clear indication that God is preparing your heart for the next step in His plan. This longing for movement is often part of the process of spiritual and personal growth. It's as if God is using this desire to move forward to shake you out of complacency, to challenge you to step into a new season of purpose and fulfillment. While impatience can sometimes feel uncomfortable, it's important to recognize that it's actually a form of divine preparation. God is awakening something within you that needs to be brought to life, a deeper faith, a greater passion, a new calling, and He's pushing you out of your comfort zone to make room for what He has in store. Having patience to move forward can also indicate that you are ready for a new level of responsibility, growth, or opportunity. Perhaps you have reached a point where you feel that you have learned all you can from your current circumstances and you're eager for the next challenge. This is God's way of signaling that you are spiritually, emotionally, or professionally equipped for a new phase of life. The discomfort you feel from wanting to move forward is not a sign of discontent. Rather, it's an indication that God is preparing to elevate you, and He is calling you to step out in faith and trust Him as He takes you into the next chapter of your journey. This impatience is not always a call to action in the immediate sense. It can also be a reminder to wait on God's perfect timing. While the urgency to move forward may be strong, it's important to understand that this divine stirring is often meant to teach you to balance your desire to move with patience and trust in God's plan. While God may be about to surprise you, He often uses this feeling of impatience as an invitation to learn deeper trust in His timing. The desire to move ahead may prompt you to seek clarity, prepare your heart, and align yourself with His will, all while waiting for the right moment to act. During this time of impatience, God may also be helping you to refine your vision and purpose. The desire to move forward often forces you to reconsider where you are going and why you are going there. It's a chance to pause and reflect on your goals, dreams, and purpose, ensuring that they align with God's vision for your life. This period of impatience can serve as a time to adjust your expectations, clarify your desires, and prepare yourself mentally and spiritually for what lies ahead. God uses this stirring to help you develop a clearer sense of direction, so that when the door opens for you to move forward, you can step through it with confidence and clarity. Impatience can also signal that God is preparing external opportunities and connections for you. Often we feel the urge to move forward long before the external circumstances have shifted. But just as seed is growing beneath the soil before it breaks through to the surface, your external circumstances are being set up to support your next steps. Trust that God is aligning the right people, opportunities, and resources, even if you cannot yet see them. The impatience you feel is a reflection of the work He's doing in the unseen. And when the time is right, everything will align perfectly for you to step into your new season. All the impatience to move forward is not something to be ignored or dismissed. It is a sign that God is stirring something within you, a desire for growth, a readiness for a new chapter, and a longing to embrace His plans for your life. While the urgency may be strong, it's important to recognize that this feeling is both a divine invitation to move forward and a reminder to wait for God's timing. In your impatience, God is at work, preparing you for what's next. And when the time comes, you will find that the surprises He has in store will exceed your expectations and take you to places you've never imagined. Divine interruptions are often unexpected, unplanned moments that break into our daily lives and change the course of our journey. These interruptions, although disruptive at the time, are one of the clearest signs that God is about to surprise you in extraordinary ways. A divine interruption is when something happens outside of your control, an event, a person, or a situation that causes a shift in direction, a change in perspective, or a new opportunity. While these interruptions may initially feel inconvenient or unsettling, they are often the very catalysts that lead us to the next level of our purpose. When God interrupts your life, it is never by accident or chance. It is always part of a divine plan designed to redirect you, refine you, or accelerate you into your destiny. These interruptions come at just the right moment, when God knows you are ready for a change, or when He needs to get your attention and realign your focus. A divine interruption could come in the form of an unexpected job offer, a sudden change in your circumstances, a conversation with someone that leads to a new opportunity, or even a crisis that causes you to stop and reevaluate everything. One of the most powerful aspects of divine interruptions is that they often disrupt our carefully laid plans. We may think we know where we are going, how things should unfold, and when they should happen. But God, in His wisdom, has a way of intervening at precisely the moment we need it most, often when we least expect it. These interruptions shake us out of our routines and remind us that we are not in control, God is. It is a divine reminder that His plans are greater than ours, and that He is always working behind the scenes to lead us in the right direction. These interruptions can also feel like a call to a deeper purpose. They may come when you are complacent, when you have become too comfortable, or when you have been distracted by things that are not aligned with your true calling. A divine interruption challenges you to step into something new, something that pushes you beyond your comfort zone and forces you to grow. Whether it's a new opportunity, a life-altering event, or a challenge that stretches your faith, these interruptions are designed to accelerate your journey toward God's greater purpose for your life. At times, divine interruptions may appear as obstacles or setbacks, but in reality, they are stepping stones to something better. A sudden job loss, a failed relationship, or an unexpected financial setback might initially feel like a disruption to your plans. But when you look back, you may realize that these moments were exactly what you needed to pivot in a new direction, or to prepare you for something bigger and better than you had imagined. God often uses what seems like a setback to propel us forward into a greater opportunity or blessing. Divine interruptions often bring with them unexpected blessings or opportunities that we would not have sought on our own. Sometimes we are so focused on our current path that we fail to see the new doors God is opening. A divine interruption forces us to stop, look around, and be open to new possibilities. These moments often lead to connections, opportunities, or experiences that we would have missed if we had continued on our planned course without disruption. They are God's way of helping us see beyond our limited vision and opening us up to a future far greater than we could have imagined. When God interrupts your life, He is also reminding you of His sovereignty. He is in control even when things feel chaotic or out of our hands. These interruptions can help us regain a sense of trust and peace, knowing that God is orchestrating every detail and that nothing happens by chance. Even when we don't understand the reason for the interruption or where it will lead, we can rest assured that it is part of His divine plan to move us closer to our purpose and destiny. In the midst of a divine interruption, it's important to stay open and receptive. While it's natural to resist change or feel frustrated by disruptions, it's essential to recognize that these moments are opportunities for growth. Instead of viewing an interruption as a hindrance, see it as God's invitation to step into a new chapter of your life. Whether it's an unexpected challenge or an unplanned blessing, these interruptions are part of the grand design God has for you. They are the moments when God moves you from one season to the next, preparing you for the surprises and breakthroughs He has waiting for you. Divine interruptions are also reminders of God's timing. His timing is perfect, and He knows when it's the right moment for you to take a new step. These interruptions may not always fit into your schedule, but they always fit into His divine timetable. Even when you feel like you're being thrown off course, trust that God is leading you exactly where you need to be. The surprise God is preparing for you may come through this very interruption, whether it's a new opportunity, a life-changing encounter, or a breakthrough in your personal journey. Divine interruptions are a powerful sign that God is about to surprise you. They are His way of redirecting your path, opening new doors, and preparing you for what lies ahead. While these interruptions may feel uncomfortable or inconvenient in the moment, they are often the very moments that bring the greatest transformation. Embrace them as divine opportunities to grow, trust, and step into the amazing surprises God has prepared for you. When God interrupts your life, it's because He is positioning you for something greater than you ever imagined. In conclusion, the signs we've discussed today: unexpected opportunities, a change in direction, unusual favor, increased dreams and visions, restlessness or discomfort, new relationships, sudden breakthroughs, a deep sense of peace, impatience to move forward. And divine interruptions are all divine signals that God is about to surprise you in ways beyond your imagination. These signs are not random or happenstance. They are the markers of God's hand at work in your life, guiding you toward a future filled with purpose, blessings, and growth. As you experience these signs, don't be discouraged or overwhelmed. Instead, embrace them as divine invitations to trust God's timing, His plan, and His power to move you toward your destiny. Remember, even in the moments of uncertainty or discomfort, God is preparing you for something greater. His surprises are often bigger than we can conceive, and they come at the perfect moment when we are ready to step into them. So I encourage you today to open your heart to these signs, embrace the change, and trust in God's perfect plan for your life. His surprises are worth the wait, and His divine surprises will always lead you to your next level of greatness. Keep your eyes open, your faith strong, and your heart receptive, because God is about to do something extraordinary in your life.